Okay, so let's take a look at the substitution, elimination, and graphing review sheet. So we have the top section, substitution, the equation y equals x plus 1 and the equation y equals 2x minus 2. We can use the transitive property to follow the steps of substitution. The first step is isolate for a variable. Technically, these y's are already isolated for. So then we take one equation and put what y is equal to in for y into the other equation. Notice, I rewrite the question all the time. So it's so much easier than having gaps in your stuff. Then, following the steps off to the right, solve, find out that x equals 3. Put that back into the equation or the equation where you have space, usually the equation off to the other side. Solve for the other variable and write down your intersection. Okay, the section down below, notice they're the same question, y equals x plus 1 and y equals 2x minus 1. Well, we can eliminate y, so following the instructions off to the right, get rid of the fractions. Nope, don't have to multiply by a lowest common multiple. Line up the terms, they're already lined up. We're ready to add or subtract them. So we can put them on top of each other, putting one below the other, and then adding or subtracting, getting one of the answers, substituting back in, and then getting your answer, circling it twice. Notice, the last four steps of elimination off to the right, solve, substitute, solve, intersection, are the last four steps of substitution above. So substitution is really just isolate, substitute. Elimination is get them ready, lined up, and ready to be eliminated. And then substitute, solve, substitute, intersection. Down below on the left, we can obviously just graph it and find the intersection. Obviously the same as above. And off to the right, every time, check your answer. Put it into the first equation. Put it into the second equation. It better be right in both of them. And if it's right in both of them, you did it correctly. It's on both lines. Back to the left, bottom left. Remember, no solution. If you're doing substitution or elimination and you get a number not equal to a number, or you have two equations with the same slope and different y-intercepts, no solution. Obviously, the example above is one solution. Infinite solutions is if you do substitution or elimination and you get number equals number, or you have equations and you get the same slopes and the same y-intercepts and it's the same line, it's infinite. So, the word problems, which I haven't posted yet if you're watching now, maybe in the future, but we have two examples. Bottom left is a word problem and a reminder of all the steps to do a word problem. Let statements, equation, pick arbitrary numbers to make sure you did the equation correct, and then just follow the steps from above. Substitute, solve, or do elimination. So for example, if I have $50 per hour at my job and my rent is $1,000 to run my business, I do my let statements, let H equal the number of hours and let M equal the amount of money. And the amount of money I get in y equals mx plus b form is just 50 times the number of hours minus the 1,000 I have to pay for rent. M equals 50H minus 1,000. That's in y equals mx plus b. What if off to the right we were talking about burgers and fries? And burgers are $3 each and fries are $2 each and we have $12 to spend. Well, let B equal the number of burgers and F equal the number of fries, and it's just going to be in AX plus BY equals C form, which is 3B, the cost of a burger times the number of burgers B, plus 2F, the cost of fries times the number of fries, F, 2F, equals $12, the amount we have to spend. And I bet you a bunch of you like to go into y equals mx plus b form, performing algebra. Sometimes that's nicer. So our review sheet, again, we have substitution, we have elimination, we have graphing and checking your answer and all the English instructions, an example of each of them, and an example of no solution and infinite solutions, and word problems in y equals mx plus b and ax plus by equals c at the bottom. So now we'll take a look at some word problems, but again, those videos aren't on there yet, so we'll have to wait for those, or come and see me for tutoring. Okay, so that's substitution, elimination, and graphing. Check your answer in word problems. So you can definitely go and take a look at the notes for the word problems, and definitely go and try some of the word problems. And let's go to grade 11.